Hey guys, Sheldon back with another review, and today we're looking at the Super Action Statue, NARANCIA GHIRGA Aerosmith from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5. And yes, Aerosmith is just lifted straight from the American band name. Alright, cool. Let's take a look at the box really quickly. So here we go, some of the poses you can put him in, some of the accessories he comes with, which is a ton, and then you have some box art, box window, and then just a nice kind of harlequin pattern with the orange and red. It's actually pretty nice. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at the accessory it comes with. Again, it comes with a ton of stuff. So I really like this figure because it comes with the stand, which is this plane, and the user. So actually, if you buy this figure, it's like complete because you don't have to buy more than one. Anyway, so you can see that it comes with a couple of hands right here. And other than the fist, though, sides on either hand, the hands on either side are not the same. We can take a closer look, but we got a flared out hand, a pointing hand, more pointing, kind of relaxed hand, and then you kind of have like the small gripping hand. Okay, so let's take a closer look though. So he comes with an alternate yelling face here. So pretty nice, really nice texture across the hair. I really like this kind of the tuft of hair sticking out here. It's a great character. Right, and then he comes with, let's see, a spoon with, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a dumpling or a strawberry. Probably not strawberry. And he comes with this stiletto. Comes with a ton of small stuff. So got this nice switchblade. He comes with a little person, and this is a plot character, and I forget exactly what happened. It's been a while since I read it, but this guy can shrink himself down, so this is actually an enemy. And then he comes with his stand, Aerosmith, which is pretty much just an airplane that flies around. And then he comes with this kind of this guidance system that just floats by his head, so you can kind of take a look, and it's really nicely detailed right here too. You got the screen and the radar. Very nice touch. And actually, let me see if I can zoom in on this airplane. There should be a person in there too. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, and it comes with this really cool bullet effect right here. That's for the airplane to be shooting, and I'll show you in a second. And then it comes with a bunch of these plastic stands, or not stands, but these little plastic things to help you pose the airplane. Cool. And then of course he has the different hands which you looked at. Just this kind of pointing hand, and actually it looks like you can use this one to hold the knife and things of that sort. So there is some variation. My one issue here though is that he actually doesn't have like a designated hand to hold the knife and spoon and things like that, so you're gonna have to finagle it. But enough about that. Let's take a look at the figure itself. Alright, so since he comes by himself, I won't have to do a comparison with the stand, but anyway, let's do it actually. So there it is. So pretty small, just a mini jet plane. And then, in terms of size, let's do a quick measurement. So he is one of these smaller characters here. And it is a guy, by the way. So a little under 5.5, which comes out to be, looks like 13 3/4 centimeters. So 13 3/4 centimeters, and then 5.5 inches. So pretty small compared to the other characters, but he is actually supposed to be like, I think 12? He was supposed to be a young boy. So overall impression right off the bat, not bad. I wasn't a huge fan of his character design, but he has kind of grown on me since posing him, and my only issue is that his head seems big. It's not just me, right? It's like a little bit large. Anyway, so take a look at that. Let's take a look at his articulation, though. And let's start with that bulbous head of his. So, pretty standard. We have that hinged ball peg right here. And then we have a single ball peg at the neck. So combined, pretty decent range of motion going up. The hair does get in the way. And then going down, you can look at his feet. Well, can't look all the way down, so not bad. And then you have really good range of motion at the base right here. And you get the full swivel. And then for the shoulders, it doesn't have the sleeve now, but so you get really good range of motion going up greater than 9 degrees. You get the full swivel right here, and then it is pegged into the chest into the arms, so you do get a little bit of a swivel right here. I'm not a huge fan of this because sometimes it doesn't work that well, but it is there, so you can make him kind of cross his arms. And also one issue here is if you swivel it in certain angles, you can see the joint really easily, and that looks pretty ugly, especially when you want to hold the arms out like that. So not the best looking joint. And then for the elbows, same kind of joint here, double jointed, and really, really good range of motion right here, really far. And then the wrist, nothing hindering, so full range of motion. Actually going forward, not so much going back because it does come out a little bit, but you do get the hinge and the swivel. And then for the waist, probably single ball peg right here. Let me see. Yeah, so really nice range of motion. You can see side to side, and then going forward. It's kind of dark, hopefully you can see that. Going forward, it's alright. Going back, pretty good. And then for the waist, it looks like it's on a ball peg also. So you get some swivel as well, and then combined, you can get him hunching over pretty decent, and then back, pretty good. And then this piece is soft right here, and it is floating a little bit. And so for the waist, it was a ball joint here, but it looks like we have these regular ball joints for the hips, and so you can bring him pretty far forward. This thing is going to bend. And then back, a little bit limited, again, thanks to this little skirt right here. And then out to the side, about that much. And then you do have a thigh swivel at the top right here. And then you have double jointed knees, really, really good range of motion, just like those elbows. And then for the legs and ankles, we actually have pretty good range of motion. This is going back, going forward. You have the toe hinged, and then you do have an ankle rocker. Yep, pretty good. And so you see, though, the sacrifice for this particular type of articulation, though, is that the joint is kind of ugly and it's super obvious. So I wish they'd be able to find some kind of middle ground between giving us good articulation and nice looking joints. Alright, so let's get a little bit into some of more of the accessories he comes with, especially his stand, though. So for the airplane right here, we mentioned the bullets. All you do is actually slide. Let me see if I can do it on camera. You just slide. Oh, there you go. You just slide it in right here. You kind of just weave it in through these things. So you just slide it right here. And you just take one of these, and you have this little peg right here, and you slip it through the peg right here, the hole right here. I see that. And you plug it into another hole at the bottom of the plane. Right, and once it's together, you can clip it onto his arm right here. So you can put it on his wrist right here, or if you'd like, you can put it on his arm. It's really up to you. I prefer to put it kind of at like the base of the elbow. Be careful, if you get it somewhere too tight, it will kind of press into the figure and then leave some indentations. So I've had some experience with that, so try to leave it somewhere where it's not going to pinch too hard. Yep. And then for this visor right here, what you do is you take this piece right here and you plug it in like this. Right here. And then you take the longer end and you just plug onto the back right here, and you'll see that it just floats by his head. It's a really, really nice effect. And he comes with a second version too of that particular accessory right here, and this is just included, so you can also put the display stand as well. And of course you have one more, and this is also to help you peg into the bottom of the plane right here. Let me show you. Like that. And then you can also put that onto the display stand if you want to get more free-flying poses. Alright, so that pretty much does it for this review, though. I didn't really talk about paint and sculpt, I suppose, so I could do that really quickly. So overall, I think, despite it being kind of a fairly simple character design, it's not bad. It definitely has grown on me. There really is good sculpt throughout. Again, aside from the large head, the musculature in the arms and in the shirt actually really good. It's got some nice folds right here, and in the shoes especially. It's mostly one color, but there is black trim along the edges of the shoe. I don't know if you can see that. You can zoom in like this. Yeah, so there is some black paint and this really nice kind of gold, and I don't know what that is, but it's pretty interesting. So it's an overall pretty nice look, and again, the skirt is really well done. The paint is really clean, it's not blotchy, and then the lines are really sharp even on the belt throughout. It's got the gold trims on the buckles for straps too. So overall, I gotta say it's a pretty solid figure. Wasn't a huge fan of this character personally, but I was collecting the lines, so I decided to pick them up. So if you do like this figure, though, I do recommend it. Well, if you do like the character, and if you know Jojo, because it's pretty good. You get the character and his stand, so you can get it all in one. And then, even if you're not a fan of Jojo, I would say this is a pretty decent figure, again, because it comes with a ton of stuff, and it is kind of a standalone thing. It is smaller than the other figures overall, but I would say, in terms of for what you get, it's a pretty good value. Alright, pretty much does it for this review. I'm going to put this guy in some poses for you guys at the end, but if you enjoyed, feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Alright guys, thanks for watching.